Right, guys, we can all agree that sleep is incredibly important, not just for our mental health, but for our overall physical health. And if you're like me, then you struggle a lot with a good night's rest. I'm a light sleeper. I wake up all the time, maybe once or twice a night, usually about 6 hours a night. I know, not the best. SoundCore, the A30 is a new pair of sleep earbuds, the first sleep buds with ANC, up to 30 decibels of active noise cancellation while you sleep. Now, this also is a very unique pair because it comes with a smart charging case that monitors your environments for snoring and adjusts the earbuds while you sleep. So very impressive. When you first get these, you will have a firmware update, not only for the earbuds, but for the actual smart case as well. The colorway on here, very subtle mint green color. There are a couple colorways, again, a Kickstarter campaign. The links are below. You can get some really good deals on the price. I think retail for these is gonna be around $230, but with the discounts on Kickstarter, you can get them down to $170, if not lower, depending on what you are going to get. So the A30s, incredibly small, 7% thinner than the A20s from a year or two ago whenever they did release. But I do have a video on that. Bluetooth 5.3, adaptive snore masking that detects snoring and adjusts 9 hours of battery life with ANC off, or 6.5, around 6.5 with ANC on, depending on what you are listening to and how loud you are listening to that. Now, we're going to take a look. I'll throw these in so you can see how thin. The smart case on here, the mint green earbuds, incredibly tiny. We got some LED lights here on the front. Now on the bottom of this, because these are sleep earbuds, right? So you're going to want these next to your bed. There is a rubber pad on the bottom, kind of a rubber coating on the bottom, so they don't really slide like typical earbuds. They just stop. So very nice touch, right? Because you want these next to your bed. And it's a very nice touch, very nice silicone feel to these earbuds. I'll take them out and you can see how tiny these actually are. I'll throw them in my ears, but these things are super lightweight, incredibly tiny. Now, wingtips on here that we do get some extras in the box. The silicone tips, of course, extras in the box. And we also get some foam tips. So, mix and match what you need to because you want that good seal, especially because these are sleep earbuds. But as you can see, as I put them in, I mean, you can barely see these in my ears. They are incredibly thin, and sleeping in them, look, I'm a side sleeper, sometimes on my stomach, and regular earbuds, impossible for me to sleep in. I wouldn't even attempt headphones, but these do a pretty good job. I still struggle with anything in my ears while I sleep, but as far as comfort and the ability finally to have a pair of earbuds that allow you to sleep some, these stand out in my opinion. Now, also in the box, we get the USB-C to USB-A to charge up. We also get the user's manual. And as I mentioned, we get all of the extra tips. So we get the extra wing tips, we get the extra silicone tips, and we get some foam tips as well. Now, there is app support on here available on iOS and Android devices. Let me know what you think. And again, this is on Kickstarter. The links are below. Go check them out. Right now, we're going to jump into the app so you can check out the app because it's not your typical SoundCore app. There's a lot going on in here, and it's because these are sleep earbuds. Now, again, these aren't your typical earbuds. These are tailored for sleeping, so it's a little different than our standard custom SoundCore app and earbuds. Now, settings tab up top, we'll just start there. We'll go into settings. So you have two default modes, a Bluetooth and a local mode. Your Bluetooth is, of course, you are using wireless to stream audio, and your local is it's not going to take calls, it's not going to stream anything, but there will be some sounds already on your earbuds that you are going to be able to use while you sleep instead of using your Bluetooth. Go back to that. Your call and prompt tones, you can turn those on and off depending on where you are. So if you were sleeping and you don't want to hear a tone if your battery dies, then you could shut that off. Find your device, your widgets. Now, this is where your firmware updates are for your earbuds and for your charging case. So you will have one when you do pick these up the first time. Now, your audio settings, you have different settings in here. Again, your bedtime, your fall asleep, your stop audio, your play local audio, and then you get to pick certain sounds that you want depending on, well, I guess whatever mood you're in is going to depend on what you want to listen to. You have alarms, of course. Now, your audio library, your brainwave audio, this is for people that get stressed out, right? If you have anxiety or if you have something like that, you can play different sounds and adjust it. You have a spatial audio section. You can also choose different elements to add into the sounds that's already there. So right now, I am playing the forest sound, and I got a singing bowl. I got a wooden fish going in the background. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but it's there in the background. You can turn them on and off, and it will adjust automatically in your ear in real time. And it's just very nice. It does help with anxiety and stress, and it does relax. I don't suffer from any of that, but when I do listen to this, it does relax me. So very nice. Then you have your snore masking. So again, different sounds for snoring. And again, your smart case will adjust. If you're sleeping at night and somebody is snoring, it will adjust. You have some white noise, and you can choose multiple things to add to the white noise. So many options on here. You can just play around with it, take some time, play around with it, and make sure you get the best for your anxiety and for your sleep. You also have a sleep report. Your ANC you can turn on and off. Again, your listening modes, Bluetooth or local. Now, if you scroll down, you can see local audio. This is the sound that I am using. Your sleep sound, you are able to download others if you want, but I believe it's only one sound at a time. Now you have some alarms, some bedtime reminders, and then of course your touch controls. Just double tap and just triple tap. You can customize them how you want. I have volume up, volume down, and of course previous track and next track. But again, these are sleep earbuds, so maybe you want to switch your modes or switch ANC on and off while you are in bed. But the app, again, take some time, get used to it. There's a lot more going on here than our typical SoundCore app that we're used to. Now, you're not buying these for gaming. You can game with these. You can binge content with these. You're able to do all of that on here. Bluetooth 5.3. But again, these are built for sleeping, and that's what they are tailored for, and that's what you should be using these for, unless you just want a really good pair of small earbuds that are comfortable, that have ANC, that sound really good. Then you can go this route too. But again, not for gaming. You can play some light games on here, and well, you're not going to have any issues. Now, no mics on here, so you're not going to be able to take any phone calls. Again, these are for sleeping, not for talking on the phone. So no microphones on here. There is a microphone on the case because that is what is listening to your environment, such as noises and snoring while you sleep. But you're not taking any phone calls with these earbuds. Now, so sound quality and volume on here, are they worth just picking up as a pair of small earbuds? They are. Volume-wise, loud enough. I always wish I had more volume, but these are loud enough, and surprisingly, they sound really good for as small of an earbud they are. Now, they're not bangers like we've had in the past with SoundCore, and they're not meant for that. These are geared for something completely different, but they sound good. They're a dynamic sounding pair of earbuds. Depending on what you're listening to, you can find some good thump. The mids are clear. Sometimes I might want a little more brightness in there, but overall, they're a very good sounding pair of earbuds. Now, if you're going to use these for sleep, it's a no-brainer, in my opinion. Pick them up. They've helped me sleep a little bit better. I still wake up to a lot of things, including like lights and things like that. But as for snoring and things like that, these things are excellent for somebody with anxiety, somebody that stresses out all the time. These things will also help you with that. If you just go in, play with the settings a little bit, find what you like, and use it when you need it. They are a very good tool to help you relax, get comfortable, and hopefully get a better night's sleep. So SoundCore and the A30s, again, these are some really good pair of earbuds for sleeping. Check them out. The links are below. It's a Kickstarter campaign, guys. Hit that like button, drop a sub. I'll be back soon. Peace.